Friends, I don't know much about astrology or like the effects of like celestial bodies on human beings, but it's a thing, okay? And I think we can all agree that the last few weeks has been a little weird. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. But if you remember, back in March, we had a full moon and an eclipse on my birthday. And I was like, this will be great, right? Like a full moon and an eclipse on your 50th birthday. Like, what are the odds? This is going to be like magnetic, magnificent. It's going to like give me life. It's going to thrust me into the next dimension. It didn't. It didn't. It actually thrust me into like a shitstorm, which is fine. You know, like that's part of it, right? Like you oftentimes have to be in a shitstorm in order to get thrust into the next dimension. But reminder, we are in another full moon. We are in another full moon, right? This moment. And so like, hopefully things like align now, settle down. I don't know. But I once went to a ceremony where I learned that the moon, I think it was an indigenous ceremony, and I felt like that leader, that instructor, that teacher, mentor, whatever they were, facilitator, they mentioned that in that particular culture, wherever they came from, whatever they believed, that the moon is a feminine energy and that it is like wildly powerful. And like you hear all this lore, right, about the moon, you know, the full moon's like being a scary time and like everything is fucked up, and that is true and can be true. But this person mentioned that the moon is actually a very powerful feminine energy, like super powerful. And so that if you can like recognize that, particularly as a woman, no offense, men, but if you can recognize that and like harness it and like channel it, that you can do big things. Or you can like use that energy, which is so big and so like magnificent and wild. I already said magnificent, but you know what I mean. It's just so impactful that like you can actually use it to shift whatever it is you need to shift. So I feel like that's what I'm going to work on, is like figuring out what this moon is, because like I thought I knew what the last moon was, and I thought it was like particularly for me, like specifically for me. And it turns out that it was, but it was very disruptive. And like, maybe I didn't do like enough ceremony around it, or maybe I should have done something different, or maybe I had like some, you know, unrealistic expectations. But this moon tonight, April 12th into the 13th, 2025, like, can I manifest alignment and abundance, and stability? That's what I'm hoping for this moon. And, you know, if you're one of those people that it's like, that's hogwash, well, that's fine. But like, ultimately, like, that thing out there is doing its business, and I have no power over it, no control over it. The moon, how the moon is lit up, why it changes shape constantly, the earth, stuff that's way outside of my control. So I will surrender to that. Like, in the scheme of that, I am invisible. I am like this big. I am so insignificant. And so, like, just surrendering to the power that, like, I am at your mercy, but I will channel whatever energy that you want to give me to kind of muster through and trudge through this life that I've been gifted, this blip of time that I've been gifted. Even just for today, even just for tomorrow, right? I think we're always kind of looking for the end game, and I think that's foolish. We have to, like, truly stay in the day and in the moment, in order to be, like, completely free and happy, or at least that's one philosophy. Not to get too caught up in the past and too caught up in the future, but to really stay in the day. So here I am, channeling this pink moon energy. It's strong, powerful, feminine energy, so that I can live a peaceful and free life. That's it. You try it.